Congratulations, you're in a relationship. Well, good news, I read a headline in the Wall Street Journal last week that says couples are happier if they combine their finances. Jenna and I are about to get married next year, and we've been recently brainstorming if, when, and how we should combine our finances. Hey everyone, I'm Neil from Roundup Save. If you're new here, we learn to demystify money so we can build wealth that lasts. Jenna is my fiance and the co-founder of Roundup Save. We have a video about how we currently manage our finances as a couple and how we use the Capital One Venture Card for shared expenses. I'll link that down below in the description. All right, so the Wall Street Journal says that studies have found that couples that combine bank, credit card, and investing accounts are happier in the long term because pooling resources together helps clear the path to traditional milestones related to money, such as buying a home and saving for retirement. This kind of makes sense because there are obviously tax advantages to being married. For example, combined tax brackets and higher standard deductions than if you were filing your taxes alone. A poll taken in one of the studies by creditcards.com found that 43% of couples only have joint bank accounts, 34% of couples have a mix of joint and separate accounts, and 23% keep their finances completely separate. One thing that I found interesting was that some academic researchers have found that couples who share their money also have greater relationship satisfaction because of a greater feeling of accountability to each other. However, spending habits adjusted. Like maybe it was okay to buy a coffee mug if you were spending from a joint account, but not a beer glass. I think there's also this element of watching and potentially even judging how your significant other spends money, which could lead to conflict. So you might be asking, what actually leads to couples being happy? Well, to be honest, I don't think it's actually merging bank accounts that leads to greater happiness. What I do think leads to greater happiness is 1, being honest and vulnerable with your partner about your financial positions, 2, sitting down to discuss financial goals as a couple, and 3, considering how shared expenses will be split. So how are Jenna and I thinking about combining our finances once we're married? Well, luckily, Jenna and I have a long history of transparency about our own financial situations. Since we've been living together for about 3.5 years already, we have built and kind of evolved a system in place for sharing our living expenses while keeping our financial accounts separate. Since the system is pretty much working for us, we've decided to keep it as is. However, one thing we do want to start doing once we're married is to open up a joint investing account at Vanguard. We decided to keep our accounts separate for the time being, and we'll see how that goes. Because as long as we're meeting our shared and personal financial goals, we each don't particularly care about how the other spends their money. For example, if I want to buy new basketball shoes or Jenna wants to go out to dinner with friends, it doesn't matter, as long as we're meeting our financial goals. Another thing is that we have a shared Google spreadsheet for purposes of tracking our spending and progress towards our goals. I have my own spreadsheet and Jenna has her own too, but it's completely transparent and visible to both of us. So using accountability as a way, I hope, will help keep us motivated to reach our financial goals. By the way, we recorded a video on our budgeting model and how it works. It's all in Google Sheets and it's completely free. I'll link that video down below as well. All right, so of course, our process of deciding how to manage our finances as a couple may change over time, but for now, this is a system we're planning to use and we'll see how it goes. But with that being said, we're planning to keep you guys posted on how it goes and if we run into any hiccups. Well, that's it for today, guys. Thanks for listening to my take on couples and if they're actually happier with joint bank accounts. If you like content like this, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and give the video a thumbs up. We have a lot more exciting new videos coming your way. And as always, feel free to drop a comment down below if you have any questions or thoughts. Until next time, see you and keep on thinking long term.